look like her whatsoever. I think I don't know how to do buns. This cover's really craving me to make a milkshake. Here's the thing, I don't even know if it's milkshake on the cover. I just gotta. I don't even know if Leah's into Marvel or anything, but... That's so good. Have you ever thought of what other people thought of your favorite book or recent release that you're a little bit iffy about reading? First episode of What Do You Think? Today we'll be discussing other people's opinions on Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. This is the companion novel to Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda, which came out a few years ago, and now has a sequel to it, following Leah, one of Simon's friends, as she deals with her sexuality and different paths in her life. This book has been coming up a little bit popular due to Becky Albertalli's very big success and everyone loving her books, but also some things that some people are complaining about, some people are liking. If you don't know what Do You Think is about, you probably don't, because this is my first episode of doing it. Whoa, jeez. Okay. What Do You Think is actually the first episode in a series that I decided to start doing, where basically I will give you guys a book that you either read or you haven't read yet, and I will give you a link to my Sahari where you guys will submit anonymous comments about what you thought of the book, what characters you thought of the book, different points in the book that you didn't really like, or anything you want about the book. And in a video, I will be talking about the opinions or discussing my own opinions wrapped into that, but also talking about what you guys thought of the book. Recently, people have commented on my Sahari about Leah on the Offbeat, and today we're going to be discussing it. Before we go into this video, this is a warning. These are people's own opinions. Please don't hate people on their comments down below. Also, don't hate on me for having my own opinions. If I have my own opinions and you have your own opinions, we will trust each other and respect each other. So let's get started on the comments. And due to all people not reading the book, I will blank out spoilers of characters' names and different plot points. So, I loved Leah so much. I didn't think how much I needed her in my life until after finishing this book. That's actually a really good point. Actually, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about how much they liked Leah. Personally, a lot of people say they really don't like Leah, and I can totally see where people are coming from with this. She kind of has this negative point of view on life. And personally for me, I relate to that a lot because I am a very negative person. On camera, I don't seem that way, but really I am. At some points in the book, I do agree with Leah, and sometimes I do get what she's feeling. Some parts of the book, though, I really don't get. Personally for me, I didn't love the book as much as I wanted to, probably because I really hyped it up before it was coming out, but I did really enjoy it overall. I just felt that the Blank and Leah relationship was forced. Oh, I feel the exact same way. It did feel really, really forced. The thing was that Leah's character in Simon, the character she falls in love with, she basically hates for the full book of Simon. And in this book, she suddenly instantly has a romance or a crush on this person. And I just really didn't like that. I felt like that was really forced. As much as I wanted the relationship to happen and I had this mindset of it, the way that it came out wasn't really how I thought of it, probably because I had this image of Leah and this other person from the movie. The friendship in that movie is very, very different than it is in the book. It's just, I think that Becky was feeling the same exact way, where she was imagining this people from the movie rather than the people in her original novel. But in this book, she suddenly, likes them. So, as much as I wanted to like it and how much I thought it was going to be cute, I really didn't feel it. I love the whole message of the book, but Leah was extremely frustrating, and the romance between her and who seemed a little forced. I'm having trouble thinking it's canon. I've been going through the same thing. I feel like Leah on the Offbeat is basically the cursed child. There were so many things that, events that I wanted to happen in this book, but never happened. It's the same thing with Cursed Child. There's so many better fan fictions out there of what happened after the 7th book. There's probably so many better Simon vs. the Homo sapiens fan fictions than some events that happened in the book. There's a thing with this book is that I really didn't feel like there was a message. I didn't really get a message from this book. I just felt like it was just Leah going through her life. I really didn't feel a message. As much as I wanted there to be a message like Simon, where be yourself, be proud of who you are, I really didn't get that from Leah. So, I mean, whatever. A really, really great book, and it was nice to see sexuality written about such an accessible and normal way. The only downside was the ending, way too forced and a happily ever after extent. I kind of agree with that. It did feel like kind of a really rushed ending, because I think she was just getting ready for that one scene at the end, and it did feel a little bit rushed. Accessible way, as in I think the person was putting it as that, she was just she just liked a girl. She didn't have to explain her sexuality, which I felt is a very good thing to talk about. Well, I felt it was that she didn't really, label herself, and she just was normal with it. There wasn't anything, wasn't questioning it at all. I liked that. Just personally for me, let's just say there's a character in this book that I really wish Leah talked to and had a moment with. Because in this book, she barely has a moment with anyone talking about it. And I really wanted to see her talking about it with her, but not in a negative way. But I don't think this book leaves an impact on me. I felt the same exact way. So, cheers to that. I personally loved the book and related to Leah. However, I didn't like it when Blank came out and Leah was rude about it. Blank was still discovering and coming to terms with her sexuality, and Leah kind of shut her out and made her feel bad about herself. So we got into the video and we're talking about that scene, because let's talk about that scene. So if you haven't read the book yet, and you are bisexual or something like that, I'm gonna warn you about this one scene where Leah basically shuts down a character for calling herself low-key bi and saying that's not true. Which, why? No, honey, no. I'm gonna put a blog post down in the description which beautifully talks about this. Sadly, the person who wrote it is getting hate for it. Why? The author talks about the scene and how it kind of really doesn't really help with Leah. That was the part in Leah where as much as I did enjoy Leah's personality, because I did like her personality and I did relate to her personality, we get to that point and I had to put the book down because it was very, very uncomfortable. Here's the thing, Leah has gone through this. She gone through thinking about that herself, and she completely shuts down a person for saying she's low-key bi, and it just pisses me off to no end. Like, the thing is with sexuality, it can be fluid as much as you want. And I feel like, as much as I think you don't even have to label yourself. Personally for me, you just go like who you like. Like, low-key bi is bisexual. Really, it is. And I just hate how Leah did that, because she's being a freaking hypocrite. Her apologizing to the character, I wouldn't have been fine with that. You know what happens? He doesn't apologize. And I think that's all the comments for what did you think, Leah on the Offbeat edition. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Next time's episode of What Do You Think is Prisoner of Azkaban. This is the third book in the Harry Potter series. Many call it the best Harry Potter book, but we'll see about that. Other videos that are going to be coming up in this series, you can comment anything about the book. You can comment about any of the characters, any of the plots. You can even comment your opinion on the movie and what they missed out on. And the Marauders. But just anything you want, and we'll talk about it and discuss it. So I will leave my Sahari with Prisoner of Azkaban down below, and you can comment whatever you want. You could spam me with 10 comments that are you. I won't know. So just enjoy and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.